exploring the mobility in shoulders and ribcage. Let's start by sitting the same way we finished the previous session. So find your comfortable seat here. Remember to lengthen the lower back and allow for the weight of the body to be resting on your heels and from the heels down to the ground. So we feel this primal support of the ground. And then lengthen the spine, soften your eyes, soften your mind, bringing the senses inwards, feeling the movement of the breath. And we're going to start by doing the same pranayama we did before, Surya Veda. So, you will inhale through the right nostril and exhale through the left, using this mudra to block the nostril that is not supposed to breathe. Yeah? Let's start with inhaling through the right nostril, and then exhaling left. Inhaling right, exhaling left. Inhaling right, exhaling left. Inhaling right, exhaling left. Inhale right, exhale left. Inhale right, exhale left. Last one. Inhale right, exhale left. Release the hand and feel the effects of Surya Veda pranayama. Good. Now, sit to the left. So the left heel is still underneath, but the right heel is on the side. Right hand on the ground. Drop the shoulder, bend the elbow. Inhale, lengthen the left arm, belly in, lower belly, lower back really long, and then move towards the right, opening the left side, creating a lot of space in your armpit. And feeling the mobility on the left side, using the breath to create movement. Inhale out, back to Vajrasana, and then change sides. Dropping the shoulder, belly in, lower back really long, arm up, inhale, lengthen, 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 and then move towards the left, opening the right side, creating space with the breath, and maybe even feeling the breath on the right nostril. And then inhale up, sit on your heels, inhale, arms up, exhale, right arm under the left. Here, when you cross, the tendency is to arch the lower back, so again, make sure that the lower back is long. And now feel the tension, wherever that is in your upper body. So you're observing the space of the upper back, shoulders, in between shoulder blades, the neck, the head. And then breathe wherever the body needs it most. Remain present, always present. Let's play a little bit here. So we will start by centering elbows more towards the left and arching the left side of the body, opening. And now keep the posture in the spine, but send the arms towards the right, kind of in a spinal twist, more towards the right. There you go. Beautiful. Now bring it back. And then inhale, arms up. And then the left arm under the right, cross your hands and then feel the intense sensations. First, remember the lower back. Sitting on the heels, and now feel the intense sensations. You are mainly observing the space of the upper back, shoulders, in between shoulder blades, the neck, and the skull, somewhere in the skull. Here, always in this side, I feel like a really intense pinch going all the way up to my right eyebrow. It's so strong. So soft breath there. Good, let's create some extension on the right side by bringing the elbows to the right. Yeah, this kind of curving the spine, and then the arms go towards the left. There, lower belly in. And now let's go back. Inhale, arms up. And exhale, the hands in front of your heart, Anjali Mudra. Good, and let's transition to all fours. Find the perfect alignment, and from the perfect alignment, keep the pelvis right on top of your knees, but slide the arms forward for Chandrasana, the humble pose, the disciple pose, with the forehead or the chin on the ground, allowing for the heart to melt towards the ground. A lot of movement in your ribcage, in your shoulders. And now let's play with the pelvis. The pelvis moves towards the left, and then the pelvis moves towards the right. And then when the pelvis goes to the left, you feel the right armpit and shoulder opening. The ribs on the right side opening. And then you change the pelvis towards the right, and it's the left side that opens. The shoulder, the armpit, the ribs. Let's do it again. Pelvis to the left. And pelvis to the right. And now let the heart melt a little bit more. Maybe you need to switch to chin if you are in your forehead, maybe not. Good. And then the hands at the level of the face. Let's go back to all fours. And from here, we're going to do an exploration of the movement in the shoulder blades. Yeah, shoulder blade movement up and down. It's similar to something we did on the previous one, but a little bit different. So just pay attention. Tag the toes in and then go back. Forearms on the ground, not here, but parallel. And then, now it's when you send the shoulders towards the hands, and then the elbows go up, the shoulder blade sliding. Yeah, and then here you switch to this half plank with bent arms. And now we go back, knees, forearms, all fours. Forearms, this is the difficult, and plank. Back, all fours, plank, arms down, all fours, forearms, elbows, plank, forearms, all fours. Still a couple more. Let's find some speed. So let's do 2 or 3 more. Great. And then from here we go to Adho Mukha, tuck the toes in, bring the hips up and lengthen the spine, roll the shoulders out. simply the space in the spine, you want to create a lot of space in your armpits. So try to send the pelvis really far from your hands, almost having a sensation of your arms pulling out of the shoulder sockets, yeah? Good, and then shift the weight towards your hands for plank. Pull the heels back, feel the really long line. Breathing from heels to head, back and forth. And now knees, chest, chin. Lower the belly, push the pubic bone against the ground, engage the pelvic floor, roll the shoulders back, lift the chest, and then breathe both in the belly but also in your rib cage, with the shoulder blades sliding down towards the pelvis, and a lot of movement in your rib cage. Good, let's go down at Basana, one hand on top of the other and the chin on top of both. Soften here. And we're gonna play with one of the postures we did in our yin session. So instead of bringing the arm parallel, we're gonna bring the forearm in the diagonal. So the head is kind of at the center, yeah? And then grab the right foot with the right hand. Pubic bone against the ground, engage the pelvic floor. What we want here is to pull, to keep the foot really close to the back while sending the chest up. So we are not pulling the foot out, we are sending the foot as close to the butt as possible, and at the same time opening the chest and feeling the mobility with the breath. Good, and let's change sides. Remember, the lower back needs to be happy. So let's start by sending the chest up. So I'm using my arm to send the chest up. And then send the foot towards the butt. And now the breath. Engage the pubic bone towards the ground. Engage the pelvic floor. And find your breath. Open the left shoulder back. The ribs moving. There is obviously more movement on the left side now. Good. And then let go. Tuck the toes in. And then lengthen the spine. Adho Mukha. Create a lot of space in your shoulders, but also for your lower back. And then sit, Vajrasana. Hack yourself, grab your shoulder blades, and recognize the ability of the shoulder blades to move. And now we are ready for the same Karana we did before. This is what my teacher used to call moon salutations. Let's go for it. Inhale, arms up. And then exhale forward, tuck the toes in. Move forward, inhale, cobra. Adho Mukha, exhale. And then inhale right to the front. Exhale left to the front. Inhale, sit, lengthen and up. Exhale, fall. Inhale, right leg far. And then exhale, Adho Mukha. Urdhva Mukha, inhaling. Remember, you can always bend the elbows a little bit. And now go low. Exhale, backwards, forearms. We just did that. Inhale, arms up. Namaste. Inhale up. Exhale forward, lengthen the spine. Hold, move forward. Inhale, cobra. Adho Mukha, exhaling. Inhale, left foot to the front. And exhale, right foot to the front. Inhale, sit, lengthen and up. And then exhale down. Inhale, left. Exhale, Adho Mukha. Inhale, Urdhva Mukha, bending the knees if you need to. And then knees, chest, chin. Exhale backwards. Inhale up. Namaste. Beautiful. Such an amazing karana. Great. Let's go back to Adho Mukha. Creating a lot of space in the shoulder blades. No, in the shoulder joints. And now walk with your feet towards your hands. And then Uttanasana. Soften your knees, soften your shoulders, in your forehead. A lot of mobility. Make sure that there is no rigidity, which is the opposite. Then feet together, not the heels, but the toes. Sit, inhale, arms up, lengthen the spine. We're going to work with a really long lower back. Arms up. A couple breaths here, feeling the movement in your ribcage. Now bring the hands in Namaste, big inhalation. And with the exhalation, you will bring the left arm really straight outside of the right leg. Remember the spinal twist we did on the previous sequence. It's something similar but in a different plane. So you want to push with the arm against the legs. And at the same time, use this to open the heart and send the right arm up, creating a lot of space in between the hands. And then in between the hands, this breath with a lot of mobility for the ribcage and the shoulders. And then Uttanasana. Utkatasana, inhale. Hands at the center of the heart, exhale. Inhale here. And then let's build the other side. Straight arm. Open the chest. Open the opposite arm. Keep on pushing with the right arm against the left leg. Keep on sending the left arm back. Opening and creating a lot of mobility in the ribcage and shoulders. Good. And then all the way down, Uttanasana. Inhale up, all the way up to your tiptoes. Open your arms, open your heart. Just a tiny back bend, just a little bit. And then heels down, arms down. Tadasana. Okay, open your eyes and step with the right foot back, So 1, 2, 3 feet apart, yeah? Good. And then square the hips, roll the pelvis, engaging the pelvic floor, protecting the lower back, engaging the lower abdomen. We always do this, and I keep on repeating the same things, but This is an important movement. And then keep the mobility in your thoracic space. Arms to the front, shoulders down. Inhale, open the left arm out, creating a lot of space in between your hands. Feel the breath. There's a lot of space in between your hands. You're moving one hand away from the other. The lower back is happy. And then there is the mobility of the inhale and the exhale. So you're making an effort, but at the same time you are allowing for movement to happen. Good, and then the left hand goes in your sacrum. The right hand goes down to the ground, inside of the left foot. And now you open the chest again, and you bring the left arm up for Parivritta Trikonasana in a short stance. Bring the arm down, and then bend the front leg. Inhale, both arms up, front leg is bent. And then send the back heel to the ground, opening the foot a little bit. And then right hand on your thigh, and left arm up towards the sky, opening the left side of the body. And then the breath is moving through the left nostril. And look at the hand to create a little bit of space in your throat. Happy lower back. Good. Bring the arm down. Back foot to the front. Release any tensions in your lower back. And stay for Tadasana. Open your eyes and just do the other leg. So the left foot goes back. Square your hips. Roll the pelvis, engaging floor, pelvic floor, lower back. And then arms go up, right in front of your face. Shoulders down, opening the right arm at the back. That requires mobility not only in the spine, but also the ribcage. The whole ribcage needs to be willing to move. So you need to create this type of softness that allows for more movement to be there. Strong in your legs, but soft from the waist up, so you can open and move and the posture can evolve. Good, and then the right hand in your sacrum, the left hand goes down to the ground. Whoops. If it happens like I just happened, that I lost my balance, maybe that means that you need to bring the right foot outer on your mat, on the outer edge of your mat, to create more surface. Yeah? Or maybe not. Maybe it was just a momentary thing. Left hand down, and then open the heart towards the right, and send the right arm up. This is Parivritta Trikonasana in a short stance. Sending the right hand as high up as you can. Creating movement in your ribcage, in your spine. Yeah. Soft in your mind, because if the mind is rigid, the body will be as well. Good, and then bring the arm down. Bending the front leg, arms up. Heel to the ground, back heel to the ground, open. The left arm goes at the thigh, the right arm goes up and back, opening the right side of the body, looking at the right hand, and maybe you can feel the breath moving through the right nostril. Good, and then arm down, back leg to the front. Tadasana. this posture. So I'm going to give you an easier version of it, but it's not easy anyway. But so if you don't want to play with the one that I'm proposing, suggesting, you can play with this one. Yeah. So the main posture is Ardha Chandrasana, and we're going to play with a variation of this. But let's start with Ardha Chandrasana. Right foot to the front, left hand at the sacrum, right hand really close to the foot, leg up, open the hips, stacking one hip on top of the other. Yeah, that would be Ardha Chandrasana that you can do with a hand here or with your arm up. But we're going to play with a variation of this posture. So if this is a posture that you can already do, then come with me and play with this other version of it, which is grab the foot, yeah? So the right hand is on the ground, the left hand grabs the right foot. Now, stack the hips, yeah? Left hip on top of the right hip, look at that. Let's do it again, I just fell. Left hip on top of the right hip. Now, the hips are open. Once the hips are open, you want to move the foot away from your butt, creating a nice arch. All the weight of the body is on the right foot. The head is there, just in case I lose my balance, but there is no weight there. Beautiful. To undo, simply bring the hand down, the foot down, and then Uttanasana, releasing tensions in your lower back, in your hips, soft in your shoulders and in your head. Inhale, roll up. Good. Let's go for the other leg. So remember, you have the main posture, which is Ardha Chandrasana, simply opening the hips once the leg is up, or you can go for this other version, which is kind of bringing two balancing postures into one, Ardha Chandrasana and Nadarajasana. Okay, so I bring the leg up. Before opening the hips, grab the right foot, Make sure that the body weight is on your left foot, yeah? Good. Now, after grabbing the foot, open the pelvis. So the right hip is on top of the left hip. Once the right hip is on top of the left hip, you start to create the half arch with the right side of the body by sending the foot away from your butt. Good, and then bring the foot down, bring the hand down, release tensions in your lower back, easy Uttanasana. Really nice job. So now spread the feet the width of the mat, and then squat into Malasana. Simply so you can go down. And then bring the arms in between the legs and roll down to your mat. Feet close to your butt. Rolling the pelvis to flatten the lower back. Release the tensions there. Also release the tensions in your hips. Lengthen the back of the neck. Flatten the shoulder blades on the ground. Connect with the movement of the breath. In all the spaces, the breathing spaces of the body. Today, it would be an amazing Chandrasana, if you have it in your practice. If you don't have it in your practice yet, my suggestion is to do Salutations, the half bridge, with Chandrasana arms. It goes like this. Remember, if you have Chandrasana, go ahead and do it. But if you don't have it in your practice, then we're going to go to Salutations, keeping the pelvis really, like keeping the lower back really long. We're going to tag the shoulders underneath, pelvis high up, and send the body weight more towards the shoulders. Beautiful. That would be the regular posture, yeah, with our arms down. But today, we're going to go and do Chandrasana arms. So we keep on opening the heart, we keep on pushing with the feet, and we keep the arms like this. So the body starts understanding what is going on at the level of the arms, because the arms are an important part of Chandrasana. Yeah. You could also try to bring the top of the head in between your arms. From here it would be only pushing the arms, stretching the arms, and you would find yourself in Chandrasana already. Or that could be even already too much and you prefer to stay here. Wherever you are, make sure that the breath in your ribcage is wide, comfortable, and generous. Good, and then you can roll down to the ground. If you are in Chandrasana, come back, join us. And then angle your arms, yeah? You spread them and then you draw a 90-degree angle, unless your hands are not touching the ground, and then make the angle in your elbows a little bit wider until the hands reach the ground. Otherwise, 90-degree angle, try for the lower back to be heavy, and then there is a lot of space in between the shoulder blades. The shoulder blades feel too, almost like if they are moving towards the inside of the body or melting down towards the ground, like they are flat. They are not pointy anymore. And then there is the breath. And all that movement. Great. We're going to spread the feet the width of the mat and start sending the knees left and right in a windshield wiper movement. To move the spine, the pelvis, and the rib cage. Yeah. Next time the knees go to the right, keep them there. And then the left foot goes on top of the right foot goes on top of the left knee. And stretch the left arm next to your ear, creating a lot of space in your armpit, a lot of space in your armpit, and the shoulder blade melting. Good, and then there is the breath on the left side. Yeah. And now bring the right foot down. And let's do the same again. Windshield wiper with the knees. Left and right. Create mobility. Don't be rigid. Allow for the movement to be there. To express itself. And now knees to the left. Left foot on top of the right knee. And stretch the right arm. A lot of space in your arm with shoulder blade melting. And the breath on the right side, right nostril. The foot goes down, the knees go up. the feet down and rest in Shavasana. This is final relaxation. There is just the rocking motion of the breath, all that space that you've created, the vitality that you have brought into your ribcage, arms, shoulders. And the pleasant sensation of resting in the breath within the body. Stay a little bit longer in Shavasana. Actually, stay for as long as you wish. Namaste. Thanks for your practice. Thanks for being here and sharing the practice with me. Namaste.